After a decade of sorrow and setbacks, the National September 11th Memorial and Museum at the World Trade Center prepares to open its doors and welcome heroes, survivors, supporters, and loved ones who will never forget that fateful day. Coming up, we will have a look inside the museum where the power of resilience resonates throughout its walls. And rescuing our nation's infrastructure. Today, President Obama makes his first visit to Westchester, where he is calling on lawmakers to back his plan designed to keep bridges, roads, and ports from crumbling. Plus, campaign season officially in full swing for New York's Republican Party. GOP's two-day convention kicked off today. Our senior political correspondent, Andrew Whitman, he has a report. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to RFL. I'm Richard French, and thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday evening, May 14th. And tonight, we begin with an emotional milestone for the nation. Thursday, in Manhattan, President Obama and the First Lady, they'll dedicate the memorial and museum honoring victims of September 11th's attacks. And the museum, it holds more than 10,000 artifacts from that tragic day. That confusion, before we all knew, relived in this new museum. The first thing you hear, the voice.
On the day of September 11th, 2001.
On September 11th.
Americans remembering where they were, their own words lighting the way.
We were actually in a meeting when someone barged in and said, "Oh my God."
On one of the walls, the map. It shows those flights, the moment that they turn, when the hijackers take control. And as you walk through the museum, the survivor stairs.
Literally hundreds of people used this staircase as an escape route on 9/11 when the attacks were taking place. Running down these stairs to safety was a lifeline.
The stairs, 58 tons. The entire museum built around them. And around the corner, Big Red, the fire truck Ladder 3. So many remember their brave captain, Patty Brown.
I'm on the 35th floor, okay? Okay. Just relayed to the command post. There's no, we're trying to get up.
The captain and 10 of his men lost. Here in the museum, they remember all of the planes. These are the parts from Flight 77 pulled from the Pentagon. A clock frozen at 9:37 in the morning. A melted Rolodex, someone's phone. In one of the rooms, we discover a watch found in the field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. It was Todd Beamer's, one of the heroes who took back that flight. On his watch, the date, the 11th. And there is Florence Jones, too, who barely escaped the South Tower. She took off her shoes, one of the last to get out. She's now given them to the museum.
Your wife.
And a message of hope came out of that tragic day. A NASA commander who saw the smoke and listened to what he said.
I know it's very difficult for everybody in America right now. The country still looks good, and for New Yorkers, your city still looks great from up here.
Earlier today, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg and 9/11 Memorial President Joe Daniels, they spoke out about the gravity and the significance that the memorial holds for people not only in our region, but also around the world.
I believe that one of the reasons 9/11 continues to resonate so broadly with so many is the recognition that the innocent who died that day did what we do every day, simply get up in the morning and go to work. In a very real sense, they were who we are. And that's the first part of our mission, to honor and remember those killed in the attacks. The second part of our mission is to tell the history of that tragic day, what led up to it, and how our world continues to change in the aftermath. Some of our exhibits will even change as they come through and add their voices. You are helping us to create a living testament to our nation's resiliency.
It is a place for families to grieve, to pray, to remember, and none of us can put ourselves in their shoes. But that's a small number. The larger number of people are all those people who were just like the people who died that day. And we've got to make sure that the lesson that somebody tried to take away those basic freedoms from us is not forgotten.
We'll, of course, have sound from the president at the memorial tomorrow, and the museum itself officially opens to the general public next Wednesday, May 21st. So please be sure to join us on RFL tomorrow at 6 p.m. We'll have complete coverage of the 9/11 Memorial and Museum dedication. All right, coming up next, we switch gears on RFL. And the president, he is in New York, but in Westchester County, where he's there putting pressure on Congress to help save that nation's deteriorating infrastructure. We'll have a look at that coming up straight ahead.